Hello, we're still sponsored by no one, and welcome to the Green Room podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Tommy, also known as Dracula.
And yeah, I'm Liam, also known as Stidz.
Welcome back. We're on episode 3 now. You might notice we're missing a little pink-haired knobhead. Stompz. I'll play a voice note. Could have muted your phone, couldn't you? You silly bastard. Play a voice note now, which will explain why.
Well, yeah, I definitely can't do it tonight. I'm actually good because I was just like, fuck it, yeah, I'll do it, it's fine. And I was making some tunes and my battery got low, so I fucking plugged the plug into the extension and there was a massive spark and it just set the fucking trip switch off in the electricity and the fuse has exploded. There's a fucking burn mark on the floor, like I nearly got electrocuted, and the extension's fucked, so I literally can't use my laptop or anything until, because it's fucked the fuse in my laptop charger, and it's out of battery. So I literally actually can't.
So yeah, Stompz is missing for this episode. Sorely missed. But hi-ho, you'll deal with me and this knobhead. Yeah, welcome back. We who's special guest? Yes, Bish.
Yeah.
D&B extraordinaire Bish, Bristol based, associated with Born on Road.
Guerrilla Tactics. Like Tommy, you just dropping the ball on a weekly basis here now with your remembering skills.
I'm tired, mate. I'm tired. Leave it alone.
Mate, we're all tired. I've not been to work for like a week, man. Like that's fucking.
Oh no, I feel so sorry for you. You must be absolutely knackered.
Yeah, I've only got another month left off as well, so I'm
fine.
Oh,
just
No, it's happy times. I've got all the time in the world for the podcast, and now you and Stompz have got no time for the podcast because you've got Haskins and Stompz is back working because furlough's ended.
There we go. I'm actually spending fucking about 8 hours a day at the uni library, smashing essays and all sorts of fucking nightmare. But and editing this podcast. But yeah, Bish. Brilliant guest. I'd never met him, but Stidz had, as it seems to be the trend on this. Yeah, really good chat. We talked about like how he got into music. We talked about his tattoo studio. All sorts, really. It's really good. Impact of COVID as the usual shit. Yeah, it's really good. But before we get into that, maybe we should do tune of the week as per. I'll let you go first.
Yeah, I've been absolutely spamming High Contrast's new album since it released on Friday. And rhythm is changing. There's just something about the sound of it, like everything about it's just, I don't know, it just sort of captures what I like in drum and bass and sort of the 90s sound. And it throws me back to the 90s, even though I was only fucking 1, 2, 3, 4 year old while I was in the 90s. It's just fucking. It's just a big tune. It's possibly tune of the year for me. So, and
I've been listening to a tune from Drinks on Me. It's a couple of months old now, but it's on his Night Bass EP that he put out. It's a collab with Y Solo. It's called Walk Away. It's this like really nice housey, soft sort of, but hard hitting bass as well. It's proper, just really nice. Yeah, don't really know how to describe it other than that. Proper tune. Links to both will be in the description. Before we start, by the way, I do need to make a point. I fuck up, okay? I'm the technical person behind all this, and I didn't realise for the first 15 minutes of recording the interview that I hadn't recorded the video. So it will come up eventually, but you'll just have a nice little collage of pictures of the three of us until then.
The thing is, I noticed that you hadn't started recording, and I was like, "Is it just not showing for me that it's recording?"
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't. I'm glad you mentioned it, man.
I wanted to mention something. Like I said, I thought that you were on top of it because I swear that you were like, "Oh, I'm recording." By the way.
Yeah, I was recording because we use a different thing to record the audio and the video. So I was recording the audio, so you can still hear it. So if you're not on if you're not on YouTube, if you're listening on Spotify or whatever, then it's absolutely fine. But yeah, sorry about that. It will come up, and hopefully next week I won't make any mistakes. But I'm very doubtful. There you go. Anyways.
Oh, well, that was so nice.
nice little, yeah. Professional as always.
But yeah, hopefully everyone enjoys. It was nice to catch up with Bish and get to know some more things about him. And what did we discuss? We discussed things like, you know, the massive Bristol rave that he threw. Where the people listen to this and watching this will probably remember the video in Bristol of about 5,000 fucking people on the streets to loads of jungle getting played out of an apartment window, and that was Bish. So that's how you know of him. Listen and you'll find out the story of how that happened.
There you go. Well, yeah, let's if you don't know anything about him, or let him introduce himself. Welcome back, episode 3. Here we go.
The most awful thing.
Yeah, no. Welcome to the pod.
Sweet, yeah, man. I haven't actually done a podcast before, you know. So this is like it's my first podcast.
I feel like neither of we, to be honest.
Literally, this is going to be the 3rd episode, I think it is.
Yeah.
This will be the 3rd episode, so it's not like we've done too many of these. It's still a bit awkward for us as well, but
yeah. So what you putting on, like YouTube, or he's gonna?
Yeah, it's on everything. We're on Spotify, YouTube, Apple, Amazon. What's it? Google. That's it. I think. Yeah.
Cool shebang.
Yeah. Now we want to be everywhere on everyone's faces.
Yeah.
All over everybody.
Yeah, we're supposed to have Stompz. We're supposed to have Stompz as well. We've explained in the intro, but yeah, we're supposed to have Stompz, but he's fucked his extension cable exploded or something.
Oh, savage.
Yeah, literally, man. He was on it yesterday, so we were going to do some stuff yesterday for it, like record some intros and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And we were going to interview another guest, and yeah, he literally messaged me like maybe 20 minutes before we were meant to start, just saying that his extension just blew up and his laptop blew up, and he's like burnt his floor and shit with it. So,
mate,
he's missing for a little bit, like.
That's proper 2020 behaviour, isn't it?
And then, mate, right before Christmas as well, you'd be sick, you'd be absolutely wounded.
Fucking.
Yeah.
When he just got his laptop.
I know. But yeah, welcome. Why don't you start off? We're already recording, by the way. It's just.
Okay.
It's just nonchalant. You know what I mean? It's just like gradually it just comes into the conversation. But yeah, just thought, why don't you introduce yourself to the viewers at home?
Okay. Yeah, how's it going? Well, I'm Bish. I'm a 27-year-old drum and bass producer and DJ from Bristol, and got my own tattoo company business called Urban Jungle, and so I do that almost full time, and I do music on the weekends pretty much. So yeah, that's what I've been doing this year, really. Just spend as much time as possible, just trying to get my life together and use the time well, I guess, really. I mean, like 2020 has been a bit of a quiet year for events, isn't it? So just trying to use every bit of free time just to try and get things flowing, really.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, and I mean, it must be mad for you, I suppose, having like, you know, 2 different careers and then both being fucked over by COVID.
Yeah, mate.
Everyone's been unlucky, but you've had it like twice in the arse.
Yeah,
it's horrible.
Yeah. They both took a bit of a battering, really, but I mean, like with the tattooing, it's been a bit different, really, because obviously having all the free time, I've actually managed to like open up my own shop, whereas before I was working for like other people and stuff. So I'm like obviously like doing my music on the side as well. I just wouldn't have had time to actually like set up my own business. So I although it's been a bit of a shit year, I've like looking at it as a bit of a positive, really, because I managed to like do all this in the spare time. So yeah, so obviously all like the lockdowns and stuff has been it's been a bit damaging. I've had to like reschedule like the customers and stuff, but yeah, it's like I said, I didn't usually have a lot of free time, so it's been nice.
Is Bristol in tier 3 or is it in tier 2?
Yeah, Bristol's in tier 3,
join the
Same,
club.
same, yeah.
not a lot of stuff going on at the moment, so it's pretty shit. But
Yeah.
can we swear on this podcast? Is that allowed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Say what you want, do what you want, mate. It's rated as explicit, so if you're not meant to be watching it, don't watch it. And if you're offended, then.
So you guys are in tier 3 as well, then, yeah.
Yeah, mate. It's absolutely horrible, man. Like leading up to Christmas, all I want to do is get pissed all the time, and like, I'm completely stuck. It's horrible.
The worst is I keep on getting all these like memories pop up on like my socials.
Oh, don't.
I was looking at my my Instagram yesterday, and I saw it, but it was a year ago, pretty much this weekend or next weekend when I first came to Newcastle.
Exactly, man. That's a night that I know very well. That was the night that I met you, mate. It was
yeah.
That was a pretty mad. That was some night.
Mate.
That
was still to this date one of my favorite gigs.
Well, that's it, man. We were meant to be doing something similar to it, and then along came COVID, so it's disappointing. But obviously, it'll all be revisited when we can do. We'll be doing something similar to that again, like this. Fuck me, that night's that's probably his top 5 nights for me, definitely that I've ever been to.
Sammy just shared that on his story, didn't it, that night?
Yeah, literally.
Him playing All I Want for Christmas Is You, the bassline bootleg, and it was like, fuck.
Yeah.
I was in the crowd for that one, like.
Yeah, such good energy out there, man. Like obviously, like Bristol's wicked, but I love playing like different cities, and that was my first time actually in Newcastle as well.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed it. Got to have like a little look around Newcastle on the weekends, and it was wicked. I loved it. I loved every part of it. The club was well good as well.
Digi's a pretty crazy club. Digi's quite mad. It's one of them, man. Like it's like the biggest in Newcastle. It's the only place you can really get like the big artists in, realistically. And
it smelled really nice. That's what I can remember from it. I can remember when I got in there, I was like, "This club smells really nice, Like, Bristol clubs just smell shit, man.
I don't know about that one. I've been in there.
Black Swan in Bristol, but mate, it does not smell nice. I can remember. Second I got to digital, I was like, "Oh yeah, mate, this club smells good."
I don't know. I've been in there a few times when it's stunk like, but
I don't. Man, I don't know anybody who's ever said that Digi smells nice, like, but I'll take your word for it. I don't want to try Bristol anymore. Like, if that's what I'm feeling, like, if Digi's top tier, fuck me.
Yeah, mate, it smelled banging. Must sound like some incense in or something. I don't know.
I can guarantee you, 4 a.m, mate, after your set and after Sammy Virgie's set, I can guarantee it did not smell fresh. Like, it would be smelling old. But no, it's one of them, man. I mean, one thing that we like doing with guests on here is asking you to describe yourself in 5 words, like without any sort of preempting you. I know I was talking to you earlier about like some things that you might have to expect, but we just kind of bring that on you a little bit with describing yourself in 5 words.
I mean, without putting some deep thought into it. I mean, creative is probably the first thing that comes to mind. All my life I've always done creative stuff, whether it's like drumming, art, DJing, tattooing. So I'd say creative mainly, like the first one. I don't know, man, that's a hard one.
It's horrible to think about, isn't it?
To be honest, that's a lot more like of a solemn, like personal answer than like ones. I'm pretty sure he planned it last week. He goes, borderline alcoholic.
I mean, if we're saying all the bad things, I mean, I don't know. Probably creative. I don't know, man.
Nobody can ever answer that question straight off. It's mad.
It's hard. You need to have a bit of.
Yeah, literally. But like when I try and think about my answers, I wouldn't have a fucking clue either. Like I just like to try and pressure people into it. It's funny.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. It makes people uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But no, what's you call it? Like what would you say has been like the hardest point of 2020? Like would you say it's been the tattoo and getting affected, or would you say that it's obviously I know you've opened your studio now, or is it the music side?
It's 100% missing out on the festivals, man, and the gigs. Because obviously 2020, it was meant to be a big year for a lot of artists, like a lot of up and coming artists. And yeah, like this year I had like loads of sick gigs locked in, and just watching them all just like go down the drain was quite painful, really. I mean, some of my biggest gigs like today was this year, and yeah, basically that was definitely the hardest part, really. Just watching them all dissolve into thin air.
Mate, that was the worst thing for me as well, was just watching everything that we had locked in, like just poof into nothingness. Yeah,
since like the age of like 15, 16, like every summer I've always like done festivals and like raves and like stuff like that, whether it's just going as a punter or DJing as well. So for the first year for us, like for like a good 10 years for that not to happen it was pretty wounding, really.
What festival would you say was like your most proud moment? Because obviously you've done a lot of big sets at big festivals, but like
most proud moment, probably winning the Glastonbury Sound Clash last year. That for me, like I'll take that to my grave. That was it was Guerrilla Tactics versus Mini Rigs. So it was like me, Henry from Guerrilla Tactics, Lucas, and AC13 and Mon Roller. And we were up against Ed Solo, Decline, and JFB. That was just like. See, when I first went to Glastonbury, one of the most memorable sets I can remember was Ed Solo and Decline, and that was on Arcadia. So, like, to compete against them, like, however many years down the line in a sound clash and beat them was just, like, a crazy, crazy experience. And that for me, I definitely, like, I take that to my grave, and that was my most, like, sort of memorable moment.
Probably just playing Glastonbury as well, to be honest. Like,
yeah, obviously, Glastonbury, yeah. That was my first, like, big gig at Glastonbury as well, so... And I'm like, Glastonbury, I've always got a big place in my heart for, like, I've been going to it for years and years and years. So
it's a proper like
bucket list. Actually man that gig and it be as successful as it was really like it was a big moment for me. So yeah, that's probably my sort of my main sort of memory, main proudest rave memory, I guess.
I'd love that. I'd even love to just go to Glastonbury as a punter. I've still never managed it. I've been desperate to go, but I've just never been able to get tickets for it.
I was going to go on my gap year, but then it was the year off, and I didn't realise until it was on my gap year. I was like, going to sign up for tickets and everything. It's like, oh no, it's not even fucking on.
It's just a completely whole different like ball game of festival. Like it's so different to any other festival that I've ever been to. Just like the whole vibe at Glastonbury, it's just electric. Do you know what I mean? Like everyone's just so happy, so big as well, and like there's something there for everyone. So yeah, Glastonbury is definitely the number one festival for me.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go all out to try and get there next year. Like I want to do that in Boomtown. Like that's just certain.
If you're into festivals and like that's you're into like, rave and stuff, Glastonbury is 100% a must.
Yeah.
Definitely. So yeah. It's just getting tickets in it. That's the hard part.
Literally, man. I've always fucking struggled so hard to get tickets. It's always been so ruthless. Like, it's one of them. But next year, I'm just gonna do everything I can. Like, literally get everyone I know to try and buy them for me and everything. Just
I think that's.
If you can't get a ticket, there's always other ways in. You know.
Exactly.
I've had mates rolled up in carpets before and get put in the back of vans to get in Glastonbury.
There's got to be a story behind there.
But yeah, it's people go to extraordinary lengths to get to Glastonbury, don't they? Do you know what I'm saying?
No, that sounds like there's a good story behind that one, like.
Yeah, he's a good friend of mine, Callum Leake. He obviously just really wanted to just get into Glastonbury. He didn't have a ticket, so. I think he got rolled up in like this massive rug and just got put in the back of like a burger van, and he's got in.
Fuck, man!
I'm gonna write that down.
I've heard loads of mad stories of people like getting into Glastonbury. I've heard I think there's this one guy he just stripped down butt naked and just like covered himself in lube and just like ran straight past the bouncers and security. So obviously he was so slippery they just couldn't like grab hold of him and stuff. People like parachute into Glastonbury, man. It's nuts. But it's all worth it.
Yeah.
So, worth
No, that's it, man. It's worth the risk, I'd imagine. Like, I'm desperate to do it. Honestly, I'm desperate. Like, not to get naked and full of lube and sprint through loads of security. That's not what I'm desperate to do. I mean, it sounds fun, but
Yeah, I, was
I
gonna say,
just
speak-
want to go.
speak for yourself.
Yeah. What would you say was your best festival then?
Oh my god, my best festival memory, right? It was probably Leeds Festival 2018.
Okay.
And I just been to see Pendulum. And there's like a massive hill. It was fucking so muddy, mate. Like it was the worst weather. And you know them like horse heads on a stick.
Yeah.
I had one of them, mate, and I was just like, yes, sound, and like sent it from the top of this hill with this fucking horse head on a stick, and like went flying down. It was just, I don't know, it was just unreal. It was one of them you had to like kind of be there. I wish it had got filmed, but
I think I might have actually seen like footage of people on that hill at Leeds on like some sort of like Facebook video. Is it like the real steep, like muddy, slippery one?
yeah, mate, it's fucking
Flying
huge.
down it, like yeah.
Yeah, man. People go on like airbeds and shit. Like it was just, why not, man? Why not? I just fully sent it on the hobby horse and fucked it. They wouldn't let me take it into stages, so.
Huh?
They wouldn't let me take it into any of the like stages or anything, so I just had to fucking
take it down a fuck off hill.
Yeah.
See, mine's like because I'm from Cumbria, and there's this really small festival up in like West Cumbria, like in the middle of fucking bumfuck nowhere, called Soulfest, and like it was like so small. Like the biggest headliner was the Fratellis, who were like
sick.
But then there was just like loads of like because there's quite a lot of D&B crews like in Cumbria. Like, and I know like some of the lads from Kendal where I'm from, dance culture, shout out. They had a set and stuff. Dr. Oscillator, he was playing there. There's loads of like just local people, and but it was like such a small. It was like completely the opposite of like Glastonbury and Leeds, everything, because it's like there was like no security. You could walk into the arena with a rucksack on with loads of cans in and all sorts. Like it was mental.
Mate, sometimes the smaller festivals are better, man. I don't know. Have you ever been to Bolter Festival?
I haven't, but I'm too
I
scared.
was meant to go this year. I was meant to go.
Yeah, you meant to go, yeah.
Yeah, I was meant to do it this year, with Dyson and that. I was really going down with them because obviously there was the full like Northern takeover, so I was going to go down and mate, it gets me so fucking pissy that I didn't get to go.
Yeah, but yeah, that's a sick small little festival.
Yeah, man.
Sometimes like the smaller ones they are just better, aren't they?
Well, that's it, mate. That's it. Bolter's got that like that community vibe. I mean, Boomtown the same, but Boomtown's so fucking big that you get everyone from hippies.
Yeah, Boomtown started off like Bolter. Do you know what I mean? It was like when it before like it was Reeside Drake the West. That was like the first Boomtown before it was actually Boomtown, and then when they first had it in like the Matterley Bowl, it was literally just at the bottom of the bowl where like sort of Bang High is, and like the Lions Den was in like it was in like a small blue marquee. Do you know what I mean? So you see how big the Lions Den is now. So obviously it's like it's grown so much. But but like the first ever Boomtown, that was pretty much like not far off the same size as Bolter. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, it's crazy when you think of the scale of Boomtown now in comparison to like it's like starting off days. Like it's fucking nuts, man.
I think there's talks about them. They're going back to they're sort of like descaling it next year, and they're going back to like sort of the original Boomtown. They're keeping it back in the bowl next year.
Oh.
So yeah, they're proper like downscaling it. So
I wonder why that is. Do you think that's just something that they've like wanted to do, or do you reckon not Boomtown, do you reckon COVID's just like fucked everything up so much?
Could very well be to do with Corona, but then obviously if Glastonbury happens, that's like 5 times as big in it. You know what I'm saying?
It's true.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, not
It'll
too sure.
be interesting to see what happens with like festivals and that. If you think about it, 'cause if we're in December now, November, December times, like we've got 8 months, 9 months until it's festival season again. Like it's gonna be intriguing to see what happens if it's
just. I reckon it'll just get to a point where it's like if you haven't got the vaccine, you can't come to the festival.
That would be so peak.
I know. I reckon that's how it's gonna get down. If you're not vaxxed up, then you just like they're gonna restrict you on what you can do next year.
Yeah, I mean, I have no problem fucking taking it. I'll happily take the vaccine. Like, injected in my eyes, I'll do what the fuck you want to do with it with me.
I've took a lot worse without knowing what's in it.
Well, that's it exactly, man. It would be hypocritical not to.
Literally, a little stab in my arm with some sort of medicine, mate. Yeah, sign me up.
Exactly, bro.
If
It means I can go on raves.
Yeah.
If it means I can like have a normal year like next year, then fucking so be it. You know what I mean?
It's just mental. It's like 9 months now where we've just been under this like regime. Like it's just actually is normal now. I'm gonna be so it's gonna be so weird being in a packed out like room.
Yeah, I was with my mate on the weekend. We were just watching just like loads of old like sort of Boomtown videos, and we were just analysing it. I was like, it's almost hard to like picture now, just like a load of people in a crowd stood shoulder to shoulder, just like dances. I mean, it's been so long now. It's really hard to like vision that. So, I mean, have you been going to any of like the sat down raves? I'm sure.
Yeah, I threw one. I've done 2 now. So I did one literally like August 28th. That was a lively of Times Asylum. Like that was like 2 events I'm involved with, like collabing. And that one was sick. We had like Scantia, Stompz, Necktax, a few others on that. Yeah, that was sick, man. And then fucking I did another one which was like a garage party. That was just in some like little venue, some little like bar, it was all right. Yeah, it was decent, but it is good and it is enjoyable. It's just it's not the fucking same. Like, is it? I mean, you've played so many sat down raves now. You would be literally 2 times every weekend through the last couple of months.
Mate, I was playing at the Splat Swan like every single weekend for like 6-7 weeks on the trot. Like literally just like I mean, it obviously is sick, but I mean, the music that we play is not sat down music, innit?
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, if I was playing like liquid music, it'll be a bit different. But the sort of like drum and bass that I play is just not sat down music.
Oh, yeah.
It's a bit peak, really. But
yeah, we've been doing a weekly one with Gunfinger Sounds crew up here, and it's like sat down outdoors in like little tables with fire pits in the middle, and it's been like really nice. Like it's a completely different sort of thing. It's not, but it's definitely not the same. Like
sort of stuff I can imagine I'd like to do when I'm like 60.
Yeah,
yeah, man. When I literally can't rave anymore.
Not when I'm in my fucking mid-20s. I'm saying,
thank you, Zimmer frame and that. Like,
no, it's one of them, man. Like it's the best we can get at the minute. So like, fair one. Like I'm happy to do. If it means I get to listen to loud tunes, then fair enough. But I'm craving it now. Like I'm really craving it. Like it's an itch that needs to be scratched. And
absolutely, man, absolutely.
I'm just clamming for it. I just can't wait for Boris to do it. I can't wait for Boris to just say like that the club's gonna open like that day. Like how happy everyone was when the pubs reopened. Fucking
you
hell.
got to think as well. It's like although we've had such a shit year, like we're due a really really good year because when like, the festivals are back on, the raves are back on, every single club and event is going to be a sellout event. The crowds are going to be like twice as gas as what they used to be. So he's got to think when there's big downs, there's massive ups in there. So
well, that's it, mate. That's it. I mean, this year's been just one big down near enough. So I can't wait for it.
Nothing surprises me anymore. If something goes wrong this year, I'm just like, fucking.
Mate, have you not seen these fucking monoliths popping up everywhere?
Mate,
it's fucking kicking off.
I woke up this morning and my fucking my car battery was completely dead. I was like, I'm not even gonna get pissed off about it now because I'm just expecting this stuff to happen in this year.
Yeah, man, I saw it on your Instagram story and I was like, ooh.
It's like fucking, can this year get any worse?
I know. I remember the end of 2019. Everyone was like, "Oh fuck it, can't wait for 2020." And the start of a new decade. You know, everything's gonna be fine. No.
Yeah.
So we just hope next year's gonna be. But
yeah. I'm thinking there'll be fuck all until about Easter, and then I think around about Easter it's all just gonna kick off and it's gonna go fucking full steam ahead. But in Newcastle there's gonna be no bastard students around, so the fucking raves will be dead anyway. There's not enough people live here.
Yeah. Shit, we have to get some takeovers at the festivals, isn't it?
Oh man, it'll happen, man. Well, that's in Bolton next year, man. Watch Bolton next year. Fucking. Yeah. I want to do Woodland Dance Project as well.
Yeah, man, that looks sick. I was chatting to Rince from Electrical, and yeah, mate, that looks really good. It's just like the surroundings, obviously it being in like a proper forest.
Yeah, my mate won 2 tickets for that. I was fucking gutted because it obviously didn't happen.
Yeah.
Nightmare.
Where is the Woodland Dance? Is it in
Edinburgh, bro?
Edinburgh, yeah. I thought it was
yeah, it's up north. It's fucking further north than this. It's
be
a cold little dance, but a bit sound.
Better than a sat down dance, eh?
Fucking right, mate, right.
I'll take a cold dance in the woods any fucking day, bro.
Mate, honestly, like I can't handle the sit downy stuff, but it's just it doesn't. It's more of like a tease, you know what I mean? It's not the full shebang.
I guess it's alright when you're DJing at it because you actually get to still have a bit of a dance.
Aye.
So, they can't exactly make you like sit down and DJ in it. That would be peak.
Yeah, man. I mean, the first one that I did, like the rules weren't too relaxed. Like, it was literally the same month that like the lockdown ended near enough, so like there was no real restrictions on it. Like we had to social distance, but other than that, it was quite relaxed. So I mean, I've seen some of the fucking Bristol raves go crazy. Some of them have went insane.
Yeah, to be fair, like shout out Justin Fast, shout out Rumble in the Jungle, Jamie, Cottle, and everyone. But yeah, they've been holding it down in Bristol big time, big time.
Yeah.
Like obviously, like people fucking love it in Bristol, and it's everywhere you look, everywhere you go. Yeah. Like drum and bass is at the heart of Bristol. So
it's always always like to see people who live down there and just generally in like all the Facebook groups, just like the street parties just look absolutely.
Well, this is it. I mean, you must have seen that video of the thingy that we did when we put the speakers outside.
Yeah, I wanted to talk to you about this.
Mate. Oh my God!
Come on, you need to tell us the crack behind this because you threw a street party. Well, threw some speakers out of a window, and Bristol got taken over.
There was an event on Stokes Croft called Rave on Avon, and it was just like loads of different clubs where they just open for the day and just like put on events. And I got a mate called Becky, and she basically just had everyone over her flat. And a couple of our mates just put some speakers outside the balcony leading onto actual Stokes Croft Road and started playing drum and bass. And throughout the day, just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people just started walking up outside the road. And by about 8-9 o'clock at night, there was literally like thousands of people. The police the police actually blocked off the road because people were like the cars were trying to drive through and they just couldn't get through. And there was like, if you actually have a look at the photo, I reckon there's well over like 2,000 people just out on the road, just fucking having it large, just standing on cars and stuff. It was absolute mayhem, man.
That's mental.
That's definitely up there as well with another memory that I'll take to the grave because it's just such a like Bristol thing that happened. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, that's it, mate. That's it. I mean, I remember seeing it.
And stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, man, I saw the video before I knew you and before I knew of you. And then when I learned that it was I was like, fucking fair enough, like it makes sense. Like it would be you guys to end up doing shit like that. Like we'll put like a photo of it on the podcast for people to see who are watching it on YouTube and stuff. Like it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, Bristol.
It's mental.
It's like that fucking massive illegal rave as well recently. Like not that we're endorsing that sort of thing, but it like I couldn't believe like seeing videos of that. It was.
It's just one of those things, man. Like people are always gonna want to dance and listen to music, whether it's illegal or not. And just being told like you got to spend months and months without doing that, it's just gonna make people want to do it more and more. And when there's a big illegal event like that, people are gonna go to it. And obviously with like Corona, like it's hard to believe what you're being told through the media. Some people say it's like a 99% survival rate. So people, I think people are just taking it into their own hands and just like making decisions for themselves. But realistically, like the people that went to that rave, I can imagine. I mean, I didn't go. I mean, but yeah, the people that did go, it would have been a massive relief for them, and like I can imagine the spirit in the air would have been really good. So yeah.
That's it, mate.
I don't blame the people that went at all.
No. Neither do I. You can completely understand why people do it. Like,
it's a double-sided sword at the end of the day, isn't it? I mean, like there'll be people that will be saying about the rave, that it was a bad thing, but then I guarantee those people that were saying it was a bad thing would have gone to the beach that time when there was hundreds and hundreds of people like going to places like Brighton Beach, wherever, Bournemouth Beach. So, I mean, if you're sensible, you go to places like that and you quarantine for like a good 5 days and don't see any of your grandparents, whatever. I do see the problem in it, but people are going to rave in it.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's it, man. That's it. You can't put ravers down. It never happens. It never works. Historically, it's never ever worked. You know what I mean? Like, I understand why they're trying to prevent it and prevent it from happening, but it's not gonna happen. Like,
nah. I mean, that's how this is how a whole movement was born when they clamped down on the laws of illegal raves, didn't they? Do you know what I mean? Once they try to end an era, a whole new era starts. So
that's it, exactly. That's it.
People are always going to rebel. People are always going to want to dance to the music that they love, and whether that be a legal rave or sat at home, people are always going to do it.
That's it, mate. That's it. And the sooner the better, man. The sooner the better.
Yeah.
I'm just craving like that moment. Like I say, it's gonna be absolutely massive. Just being able to see everybody again. 'Cause it's not even necessarily just the music. It is the social aspect. You know what I mean? I've met so many people through raves.
Yeah, mate. Absolutely. All my friends that I hang out with now are like from raves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Amount of friends I've made just in it smokers at Cosmic or Worldies or something. Like,
it's a massive like social thing. Raving. It's not just the music. It's like I said, it's the release that comes with it. It's a social side of it.
Yeah,
it's massive. And then obviously like painful thing is that you see all these videos of people having out in New Zealand and stuff. And we're all these videos, man. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake, get me there now.
Literally, mate, I'm
painful, man. I might just fucking do it, Alex Perez, and just move over there.
I was gonna say, who was it that's moved over there? Perez. Fucking. Oh.
No, can you blame him?
They got it on lock. Like it's nice. It's nice to see another country, another places doing it like as well as we do it. Do you know what I mean? From the videos, it looks popping. So.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's definitely a place I'm going to go check out next year and hopefully get some gigs out there.
That's it, mate. A lot of people seem to be touring over there and whatnot. Like the scene does seem to be growing a lot. I mean, for a country that's only got 4.5 million fucking people living in it or something, that's not too bad. That they've got people like Boo and that going and touring.
Yeah. I got a mate that's just moved over there, and she's like, she can't big it up enough. Like she pretty much says it's like Bristol.
Really?
Cool.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. That looks like I know where I'm going. Bristol. It's where Lord of the Rings was filmed, so it's unreal. Like, I'm keen. I might get myself over there.
Got to be done, innit?
But there's one thing that I wanted to kind of like learn about you that I don't know about you, and that's how you kind of got like involved with like Gardner and with like the Born on Road lot. Like, how did you kind of get to know them, and now you're such a prominent like member of them?
Yeah, I mean, with Gardner, he's like a childhood mate. Do you know what I mean?
Fair.
And I kind of knew you were going to ask this question, so I kind of tried to actually think when I actually first met Luke, and you know what, I cannot remember the first time I met Luke, but I know it was years and years and years and years ago. So yeah, we've been mates for fucking ages. I mean, I went to his first ever gig. But yeah, it's like to actually like perform together and do gigs together. It's nice. So, I mean, I really appreciate it, and it's hopefully we'll continue doing it for a lot longer. But yeah, Luke's been my homeboy for years. So
it's mad that like it must be crazy. Like I'm picturing like his Stompz. Like for example, I've grown up with Stompz from being like 11-year-old or something. So like, but obviously I don't make music.
It always means more when you've been mates with them for longer, doesn't it?
Yeah, but that's it. I don't make music or anything like that. I'm not really interested in actually like being an artist or anything. Like, I just DJ as like a hobby for some fun. It's weird. Like, I can't imagine what it must be like to like be like on the rise, like with your partner in crime kind of thing, and it like you're just sort of matching each other in sort of like levels and things like that, and like making music together. It must be sick, to be fair.
Yeah, man, because we feed off each other. Do you know what I mean? We both support each other as much as possible.
Exactly.
There's like never any jealousy or anything. It's just we just both got each other's backs and stuff. So yeah. There's that chemistry there. Like there's that chemistry there. As soon as the raves are back open, man, you're just coming up here, like coming up here for a live or something. That'll be. usually I'm not. I don't. I'm not like a massive fan of rolling with MCs. I sometimes, most of the time, I prefer to just like play on my own. But with Luke, like we could just like read each other, and like he's definitely like the main MC I like rolling with. He just we can read each other pretty well, so it works well. It works really well.
Well, how did you spoke about that, like from growing up at a young age? But how did you actually get into like DJing and drum and bass and stuff? Because I know you started off doing like if you look through your first mixes, they're like bassline and electro and stuff.
So I started off mixing. Believe it or not, I literally just downloaded this little app. I'm sure you're familiar with it. It's called Virtual DJ. Proper B-Tech app. But yeah, I downloaded it like years and years ago, and I just did it like just for like house parties and just like fucking around at home. And then it was mainly really like when I first started going to illegal raves and free parties and stuff like that. And I'd see like all the DJs play who like at the time I'd think was like Andy C status. Do you know what I mean? Like proper Don DJs, but they're just like free party DJs. But like, I look at it, I'm like, oh, that's fucking sick, man. I really want to do that. And I think my mates actually got a sound system back in the day called Outlaw Audio, and they used to start to put on like all the parties, and I started like playing at all like the illegal raves. And that was when I was mixing like Jacking House, bassline, garage, a bit of techno, so all like the 140 stuff. And I started mixing that at the raves, because obviously like when you go to like free parties, a lot of it's all like hard tech, drum and bass, and just to play like sort of electro, garage, house like in the morning. It was always like a complete switch up, and I used to just really thrive off just like seeing like people just give like the most maddest reactions after hearing like a whole night of just heavy like fast music, and you just completely just switch it up and just play a completely different genre. I used to like really enjoy the reactions, and I just sort of just stuck at it really, and then just got more into drum and bass over time, and just sort of just figured out that I enjoy mixing drum and bass a lot more. I prefer like the sort of like energetic vibe. And sort of just kept at it really. Got myself a pair of decks. Started doing some like little local gigs in Bath. This is like when I was like 20 or something. Yeah. And moved to London. Didn't really get many gigs in London, but in my time in London, I was just like practicing loads and loads, just like spending every day DJing. So I was like tattooing in the daytime. I'll come home and just smash out the DJ in the nighttime. When I moved back to Bath, I started getting gigs. And so I started like playing like little small sets at like Boomtown and stuff like that. And to be fair, it was mainly SoundCloud really. Just putting loads of mixes on SoundCloud, that sort of helped me grow as an artist. Because I wasn't really playing out as much as I'd like to at the time. The only way I could really get my sound out there was just like recording loads of mixes and just put it on SoundCloud. So I kept on like putting mixes up every month or so, and managed to build like a small like fan base from that, and it just grew from there really.
I mean that's right. I discovered you on SoundCloud. One of my friends, I was in the car just driving about with my pals, and one of my mates put one of your mixes on. I was like, fair play, and then just sort of followed like the evolution of you. So then obviously like,
was that like one like the garage sort of mixes, or what was that?
That was. I think it was the. Oh fuck! What was it?
Wrong Side of the Tracks. Was it
that might have been it. That might have been it. Yeah.
That was like my first like big mix. That was like the first one that like that got like a hefty amount of views.
Yeah. I just remember listening to it, and like, there's no real DJs that were like matching your kind of energy, like in the sets and stuff. Like to be sat in the car and still be like giving it fucking gun fingers and that, you know what I mean? It's not too often you come across it, because a lot of like, at least what I've found, unless it's like ripped from like an actual set at like Boomtown or something, it can be quite like a slow mix, because it's meant for people just sort of like listening to it while they're like going about their shit. So it's not usually got the kind of like energy that you provide in yours.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like the more time you put into it, the better you get, really, I guess. I mean, I'd literally go and spend all day tattooing, and I'd come home, and that'd be like the first thing I do is open up my laptop or get on my decks and just just give it everything really, just constantly practicing. But then I think like obviously like getting into production, I've found myself like DJing a lot less because all my time's now going into production. But DJing will always really be like my bread and butter. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to get as much as possible and putting all my time into it. But like DJing is really where my heart lies, and
you get a sort of split between. You get a split between different people. Like they start off producing, and then the gigs.
Definitely, yeah.
Obviously, if you start off the gigs, and it's good though because you've come from like you've not got that many tunes released, but you've still like get the gigs and stuff. Like it's not that's very rare really at the minute. Like
definitely, yeah. I mean, like just getting. I mean, there's not that many pure DJs that really have made it. I mean, off the top of my head, I can't really think of many. I mean, Uncle Doug's is probably like the main one I can really think of that's got to like a good status just from DJing. I don't think he's put out many like tunes at all. But yeah, it's but I think like coming from a DJ background has definitely helped with the production though, because it's made me like sort of help with like the structure of tunes and stuff like that. And it's definitely helped in that sense. But
I would say coming from the free party scene is definitely gonna have a big impact. I mean, I come from the free party scene myself. I was going to free parties from like 14, 15 and like listening to tunes, but like you listen to music at free parties that you would never fucking listen to anywhere other than at a free party. And like I think, but having that kind of knowledge and that depth of the underground scene will definitely sort of help propel you. And I mean, that's probably shown with your releases, because your releases have had shitloads of support. Like they've done really well. So like it's not as if your tunes are shit. You know what I mean? Like you can hear that your influences and stuff in there.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm still trying to find my sound at the moment because obviously it's production's like a long road in it. So I'm like the music I make at the moment isn't it, like it's not exactly the sound that I really want to go for. But I'll get there. It's like I said, it's a long road, but I definitely want to sort of aim towards a more sort of like energetic sort of like dance floor sort of style. Like you said, really with a bit of like free party influence, with like the sort of like energetic mashup-y sort of free party.
Well, I mean, you did our lively up live stream through the lockdown.
Yeah, man.
You did a D&B and tech set, and fucking me. I can remember this. I was driving down to the Lake District bit. I was sat driving down to the Lake District with my girlfriend at the time, and fuck me, man. Like it was like 20 minutes in or something. He switched over to tech for the first time, and I was just like, all right then, sound.
Tech is my guilty pleasure, man. I'm not even guilty about it. I fucking love it.
Yeah, I think that's the same with everyone. Everyone like pretends they don't like it, and then they listen to it, and no one can sit still through it, man. Like I've been at raves where it came on, and people are like, I don't like this. 5 minutes later, I've like been for a piss or something. I'll come back, and they're there fucking chewing their lips off, or they're sat there like throwing fucking fists around and like that. You can't stay still.
Huh?
You can't stay still to it. It's the most fucking energetic, crazy music.
It's one of those genres that like it's like you said, people love to hate it, but you put them in front of a fat sound system, and you get someone like I don't know, like Vandal or Mandy, like play a set, and you like you just said, you just cannot stay still. You know what I mean?
Vandal was my first club night out. I was 16 at World Headquarters, and it was Vandal, and I can't remember who else. It was Vandal and someone else, and fucking hell. I'd never listened to Raggatech in my life. I'd never heard of Vandal in my life. I was just like, I've got a fake ID. I'm going out. One of my mates got to go to Worldies. I was like, right, sound, went with them, and fucking Jesus Christ.
That's what I mean. Like Vandal has always been a massive influence for me because he was always like the king of the raves. Like when I first started raving, in fact, he probably still is. You know what I mean, like he's probably like one of the most highly respected sort of like rave DJ there is. And but yeah, Vandal has always been a massive inspiration, and you can guarantee that at any festival that he's playing, he's going to play the most advent set, whether it's like Boomtown or Bolter. Our Boomtown tradition goes like the Sunday set at the scrapyards. Go watch Vandal in it. Got to be done.
No, you can't. I don't think any raver like has not been and seen a Vandal set. Like, I don't think it's possible to have been in the scene for maybe, let's say, like a year to 18 months and like still not have seen him. Like, he's always he's always killed it as well since like Day Dot. Like, he's
always the most avid set. Same with Mandy as well. Mandy Dexterous. She's like she's in that league, in that tier. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think Mandy. The thing is with Mandy as well, though, you'll still see her just smashing out random free parties and stuff left, right, and centre. Like she doesn't need to. You know what I mean? Like Mandy's fucking. She's a big enough name to do whatever she wants with, really. But she's still there smashing it out from like.
Same
she's
man.
been doing from little.
Like, I reckon no matter however big I'll get, I'll always still play at free parties. It's what I've come from. And I mean, just like, you can't knock that, really.
Mate. Not to endorse illegal things online and stuff, but definitely go to an illegal rave if you haven't, because nothing comes close, man. Like the atmosphere. I've never ever been to a free party where there's ever been a fight, ever been any kind of animosity. Like it's always the nicest vibe. It's always just people are there for one reason, and that's literally just to dance to music.
Straight up, absolutely, man. Yeah,
so I think there'll always be a special play. I've not been to one for a little while.
Yeah,
I mean lockdown there was a couple in that where fucking I could have went to, but there was just no point because they were all getting locked off and everyone was getting fined, and I can't afford a 10 grand fine at the moment. Financially, I'm not stable enough for that kind of shit. So. But what would you rather? So if you've always, if you say you would always play like a free party and whatnot, what would you rather play, like a big free party crowd or like a big Glastonbury crowd? Like,
I mean,
obviously the energy's got to be different.
I don't know, because obviously like the free party crowds are a lot more feral, aren't they? They're a lot more. They're a lot more having it. Like some of the maddest sets that I've ever played have been at free parties. So I don't know. It's really hard to say. I don't know. Probably Glastonbury. I'd say Glastonbury mainly just because Glastonbury just like it's such a special place to me, and like anything to do with Glastonbury is just like, I don't know. It's just sick. I'd like But they're both on in that same tier. Do you know what I mean? They're both as good as each other. They both have like different vibes, but. Yeah.
So what would you do if it came to like the tattooing in the music? Like what would you do if your tattooing got so far that you didn't have the time for the music, or like vice versa?
My plan is to do music full time.
Right.
If it came to it, I'd drop tattooing in a heartbeat.
Really?
If I could do music full time, I would. I'll drop tattooing in a heartbeat. But this is why I've set up Urban Jungle, is just so I can sort of get my own business. I could then tattoo the people that I want to tattoo on like whenever I've got a spare day free or whatever, and then just get people working in there, so I can just employ them and then just take a cut of what they earn, so like sort of rent a chair out as like barbers do and stuff like that. And then I can just put all my time into music then. So that's what I'll be doing next year. I'm going to be working 3 days a week, so I'll be basically doing like tattooing part time next year.
I was going to ask you. Well, you've sort of answered my question, but I was going to ask like the music or the tattooing, like which came first? Like, why did you go into the
tattooing? 100% came first. I mean, I started tattooing when I was 14. So,
fucking hell.
But I was tattooing in school, bro. Like my granddad he's always supported me in stuff I've wanted to do in life, whether it be like when I was young I wanted to be a footballer. He go out and buy me like the best football like boots and football and like football kit and stuff like that. But when I told him I wanted to be a tattoo artist, like straight away he went out and bought me a tattoo machine.
Fucking hell.
He's a fucking legend, man. Like shout out to my granddad. But he bought me a tattoo kit for my 14th birthday. And I sort of just practiced on my mates in like my mate's garage and like after school and stuff like that. They're all dodgy as fuck tattoos. I'm not mates with them now. But I was completely self-taught really. So it's I've been tattooing a lot longer than I've been DJing. A lot longer. But I've always like had a love for for the music. So before.
Where did the love for the music get born? Like, where did you like discover the underground scene? Where did that kind of all come from?
I tell you what, I was in a band when I was like 13, 14. I was in like a rock band, like an indie rock band.
Okay.
I was really into like sort of like heavy music, like sort of like rock, like sort of emo music, screamo music. I was completely different, man. And I was a drummer in the band, so like I've always had that sort of like the drum vibe going on.
It's not the interjection. It's so interesting that you say that you're a drummer, because like Stompz was a drummer, drummer. I was a drummer. Like everybody seems to have fucking been a drummer.
I mean, it just rolls so easily into drum and bass. But I was I literally believe it or not became a raver overnight, because it was a night that I watched Human Traffic for the first time, and I literally watched that film and I was just like, right, this is a complete switch up in like for me. I'm no longer a mosher. I'm literally gonna wake up tomorrow a raver, and that is literally how it went. I watched Human Traffic, and it just completely switched it for me.
Mine was exactly the same. It was only a few years ago actually. I was like just before I turned 19, and I just broke up with my girlfriend. I was like in a bad spot, and my mates were all going to Antwerp in Manchester. And I'd never listened to dance music or anything. I was like indie boy, Cortinas, like from my Dark Fruits Twitter sort of vibe. And they were like, "Oh, we're going to Antwerp." It was a Dark Sea Friction 1991, and I'd like never heard of any of them. And I was like, okay, I'll come. And woke up the next day, and I'd rewired my brain. Like, here I am.
Yeah, it's weird how it literally does that to you overnight. Like, fully did. It was Human Traffic had such a big influence. I mean, I was always into like Prodigy. I was like, I always been a massive Prodigy fan. So like the electronic music was always there. I grew up listening to like Pendulum, because my mum was a big Pendulum fan. So when Hold Your Colour came out, like I had that on repeat when I was younger. So like, I've always enjoyed like dance music, but. Yeah, no, there was something about that film that just did bits for me.
I love that. I love that. That was the epiphany you needed, was watching Human
Traffic. Danny Dyer changed my life, bro.
Danny Dyer's changed many lives, mate. I can guarantee you. Like, that's the thing, like Weekender as well. If you've ever seen Weekender, I've heard a lot of people say the exact same thing about that movie, where they've been like, "Oh, I watched Weekender. I took a pill at the weekend, and that was me done." Fair enough.
I mean, obviously the film had like a big impact, but then like when you actually go to your first rave, that's like the final like seal the deal, innit? Do you know what I mean? When you first go to your first rave, and
definitely.
Like you're young and it's all new, and you're not supposed to be in the club. You got to borrow your mate's ID. Like that whole experience is just so exciting. When you're young.
Who was your first rave?
So there was these old events that used to get put on at Lakota called Champion Sound. And they're all like it was a jungle night. So you used to get people like Top Cat, Demolition Man, like Aphrodite, all them type of the older dons. And that was my first like sort of series of raves was Champion Sound. But then obviously like that's like free parties in and amongst that was always that they were like the first ones really was like the free parties. But my first actual proper legal club night was Champion Sound in Lakota.
That would have been sick to be fair. I'd love to see like Top Cat. I've not been to Lakota yet, mate. I've not been to Bristol yet. Like, I've still not been to Bristol, mate. I've still not been down.
Okay, wow. Need to get down
As soon
there,
as,
man.
yeah, mate, when 2021 and if this vaccine gets pumped into my veins,
Yeah.
fucking, I'm coming
Yeah.
down. I'm gonna be sending it. Like I
Yeah.
see Dyson's there every like month, and every time I'm watching,
Dyson, you can't fucking get him away from this fucking place, mate. You love it.
literally, mate, literally every time I message him to do something, like, I'm in Bristol. It's fucking crazy, man. Like I can remember like 2 weekends in a row or something. I messaged him to play some Warzone with us, and he was like, "Oh, I'm in Bristol, sorry." And then the next weekend, it's, "Oh, I'm in Bristol again, sorry." It must be good if it gets Dyson's attention that much. Like,
he fucking loves it. He loves it.
I need to get myself.
Well, all right. Since this is the Green Room podcast, it's time to ask you the big question. You've played gigs all over. You played them all over Bristol, all over the UK. You know, foreign countries.
Mm-hmm.
Any Green Room stories?
Green Room stories.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that? What
like stories out of in the Green Room that
you don't have to name names.
Oh fuck! This is another one of them questions, isn't it?
Daft things happen in green rooms, man. Daft things happen. I can't remember if anything daft happened in the green room last year when you were in, did you?
No, I don't reckon. I mean, apart from like Shy Effects, just getting on it in the green room now. I think, it's such a hard question to think, man. I don't know. I feel really shit because I can't give you a solid answer.
No, man. Some people can't. That's the thing.
Come back to you on that one, isn't it?
Right.
It's not easy. It's not an easy one to answer. I mean, I think it might be a Newcastle thing as well. We might just kind of like being absolute mugs in the green room. We do admit some of the shit like that happens. You don't fucking believe it.
Yeah.
It's gonna get bad in front. Like that's the thing. The green room's already bad. When 2021, when no one's seen each other in that in so long, it's gonna be dirty. It's gonna be absolutely horrible.
I'm itching for it. Absolutely itching for it.
Same, man. Same. It's one of them though. Like I think once this vaccine does start getting rolled out, there is light at the end of the tunnel now. At least like there's something going to happen. I hope. Yeah. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, mate. But
100%.
It's been good fun having you on, Bish. It's been nice having a good crack on, mate, and getting to actually know sort of some of the stories and finding out what happened in that video in Bristol where the streets were just littered. Like that shit can't happen anymore because of COVID. Like, but hopefully next time I see you, man, it'll be something a lot similar to that, and
man,
we'll be able to send this.
But hopefully, man. Well, thanks for having me on your show, man.
It's all right.
Really
appreciate it. Do you want to plug any like your social media stuff?
Yeah, plug yourself. You've got the floor.
Yeah. Wicked. Cool. Well, thank you very much. And Urban Jungle on Instagram and Urban Jungle on Facebook if you want to check it out. And DJ Bish on Instagram for my music stuff. So that's where you can catch me. Oh yeah, and tomorrow I'll be doing. Actually, it probably would have been and gone because this isn't live. Doing a set with Bassman tomorrow, which should be pretty funny. Doing a live stream with Bassman. We got Crossy with Skibbity tomorrow at the Runting Studio. So that should be pretty cool.
Oh yeah, when this comes out, that'll have happened yesterday.
I've forgotten.
Search up his socials. You'll find socials. You'll find him on there. You'll find the videos, and nobody wants to miss a Bish and Bassman set. I'm off work for the next month, so I'll be tuning in for that. 'Cause I'm off, so I'm gonna get some bevs in and sit and get pissed to that. Like.
Wicked. Well, big up, guys. Thank you very much.
Lovely stuff, man. Thank you for your time. It's been sick to have you.
Yeah, nice one. I'll see you in the rave soon, hopefully.
Yeah, spot on.
Fucking damn right, mate. 2021.
Cool, man. Any big ups?
You too, man.
Peace.
Outro.
Outro. Right, we're there. We need to have a quick. What are we going to say?
Okay. Fucking. Well, that was good, wasn't it? Don't know. Let's just stick with this. That'll do. Hope you enjoyed that as much as we did. Lovely bloke. Yeah, really, really great. How many times do you think I'm saying when I'm doing these intros and outros?
I think you say quite a lot, but then I say like and what's it called all the time. So I think it kind of evens out. I don't like that. I've just drew attention to that though, because now
We should start. If I could be asked when I'm editing, I should start doing a little counter in the corner. Every time Stompz leans back in his chair as well, and it squeaks, I have to cut that out of the sound all the time.
It's the most horrific noise. It's the most horrific noise. I'm so glad that I've got my own house and like I'm in control of everything. Like the office chairs, nothing squeaks, nothing breaks, nothing does anything. Yeah, I'm a proper stickler for shitty, horrible noises like that.
Yeah. Well, anyways, I hope you enjoyed that as much as we did. I'd say who we've got for next week, but we don't know. Yeah, we're not doing very well on the being prepared here, but hopefully it'll be a good one.
We've got 1,000,001 different people lined up to do it.
Yeah.
We're very busy at the moment, and
I'm very busy. You've just said that you're not busy.
Yeah, I'm fucking. I've got nothing to do at the moment.
And you still take fucking 3 working days to reply to a message.
That's guilty. I'm not good at replying.
Anyways, hopefully next week we'll have Mr. Stompz back if he can sort his technical issues out. We will try to have a whopper of a guest for you because we've got some pretty good ones lined up, but we'll keep them for a little surprise, I think.
Yeah, I mean the Christmas special, we can already say that one is.
Oh yeah,
it's gonna be big.
Yeah. We'll leave you on that little bombshell. You
should have said it on that bombshell. It's time.
Yeah, I was gonna. I know.
I'm pretty fucking disappointed.
I fucked it there, didn't I?
So if you want to be a host on a podcast about music that works with me and my lovely crack, then come and do it. But you have to be able to edit a full podcast.
Yeah, if you
a day. That's the requirement on the CV, is that if you can edit a podcast in a day.
All right. Well, the fucking flatmates just walked in there. Anyways, right. That's the cue. That's the cue to go. See you next week.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.